2010 New England Forestry Foundation Deland Forest, loading up hemlock pulp for a trip over to New York State, probably to Finch Prine or maybe to Henniker, where it gets chipped, but it ends up at Finch Prine over in New York. This is FSC certified pulp, so we get a little premium on the price, and we're trying to stay ahead of the weather here in late winter. They'll be posting roads pretty quick, so I don't know how much longer we'll be able to truck wood off this job. We may have to pile it down for a while. This is weight scaled and sold by the ton. Trailer here ready to be loaded. On the back side of that trailer we've got 8-foot white pine pulp, which goes up to New York State. And in the immediate foreground here we've got white pine logs and a few odd hardwood logs in here. This sale's primarily a hemlock pulp sale. On the yard crane we've got hardwood pulp, and we've also got some hemlock saw logs. Here's the forwarder piling down some hemlock pulp here. He's also got some hardwood pulp on there and some 8-foot white pine pulp. This is a machine that travels back and forth from out in the woods to the landing area here. Carries out the various products, and then we sort them on the landing. He'll back up now and pile off the hardwood pulp. We're late in the spring, or coming into the spring, so the frost is starting to go out of our landing here. We expect we'll have maybe a week or so when we won't be able to truck very well because of the landing drying out, but it's better today than it was yesterday during the heavy rain. Forwarder's a lot like a subway train. Sometimes rather than turn it around, because it's got a kind of a wide turning radius, you simply turn the operator's seat around and just drive it in reverse. setting off a couple of white pine logs. Pine pulp. There with old skidder damage on it. Wasn't more than a few years ago there was virtually no market for this material around here as pulpwood. We either chipped it or it didn't get cut at all. If it did get cut, it just laid in the wood. line goes up to J, Maine, which is a long ways from here. So the trucking costs eat up most of the value out of this. But at least we have a commercial market. Removing that allows us to intensify the practice of forestry on the site. Now we'll drive backwards out into the woods where that processor was working. And bring back another buggy full of wood. So here's the overall landing, big enough to turn a tractor trailer around. Here's our 8-foot white pine pulp. Spare tire for the forwarder. Another set of tire chains on there. And behind these tire and tire chains you can see some large diameter boiler pipe there. We use those for culverts for temporary crossings. And then these heavy panels made of wooden timbers here are skidder bridges that we drag out into the woods or place on the forwarder and bring out in the woods, and we set those over brooks and such so we can cross the water without creating any water quality problems. Just over top of the pulp pile is an excavator. We use that to plow the road or install culverts. We used it to spread the rock that we put down on a couple of soft spots on the truck road. Here's the yard crane that's used to load the trailers, the various products. Here's our pile of hardwood logs in the back, white pine logs in the front. Behind the yard crane we've got white pine logs. We've got almost a half load of hemlock pulp there. We're beginning to accumulate a load of hemlock logs here, and then last but not least is a half a load of hardwood pulp. North Country Lumber is the contractor on this site, and they've shipped a couple loads today, Tuesday. They did 19 loads out of here last week, so for a two-man crew they're pretty productive, but they've got upwards of $1 million in investment here or more in machinery to make all these various forest products. Our truck road's probably a half mile out to the town road, and we're trying to stay ahead of the weather here. Won't be too much longer before the towns post weight limits on these roads, and we'll have to truck only on cold mornings, and then there'll probably be a period of time when we can't truck at all due to weight restrictions on the roads until the frost goes out and the ground dries out.